My father asked me that question back when I was 15. I was really, or maybe I was 16. He said, I was a photographer back in Atlanta, and I'll say that, I was pretty good. I wasn't one of the best, but son, what do you think you stand? And I looked at him, I said, I am the best.
It really matters, and it really doesn't matter. What matters is, the people who are sparked by it, and the people who are offended by it. It doesn't matter. You, because it's about motivating the doers. And anyone that wants to sit around and talk shit, they're doing too much time, they're taking too much time talking shit about it instead of getting up off their ass and following their dreams. Because I'm here to follow my dreams.
I always felt like I could do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything. And I'm Kanye West at age 36. Go listen to all my music. It's the codes of self-esteem. It's the codes of who you are. If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself. You will believe in yourself. I'm just the espresso. I'm just a shot in the morning to get you going. They say people don't stand up and protect their dreams. People are too scared of getting, spoofed in a way. And the irony of it is so many people that are creatives. Think about a creative person in school. When you picture them, you probably picture them all the way in the back of class, sketching or maybe getting beat up. And I'm the one creative, and this is the reason why I went on stage. This is the reason why I did this, because creatives have got beat up my entire life. And there's moments where I stood up to drug dealers in Chicago and said, you can't have my publishing, come and kill me. Do whatever you're gonna do, but you're not going to bully me. You're not gonna stop me, because my mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Stop saying what you can do. Stop affirming what you're gonna do and then completing that in real life. That's the improper way to do it. I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up in the way that they control people with low self-esteem, with improper information, with branding, with marketing. I refuse to follow those rules. It's about truth, it's about information, it's about awesomeness, and the only luxury is time. The time you spend with your family. That's the only luxury.
First of all, you have to make sure that this thing is for you and it's who you are and you're built for this, and then you have to give it the passion that's necessary. Like I said, I don't do it for the money. The money's going to come. I do it because of the love that I have for it. You know what I'm saying? If I was a plumber or something like that, I still would make hip hop records. That's how much love I have for it. I feel like right now, I've been in the game close to 27 years. And I've actually thought about this just recently. Out of the entire 27-year career, there's only been 2 weeks that I've been out of the studio. I've never been out of the studio longer than 2 weeks in my entire career. That's how much love I have for this thing that I do. So that's the thing, just the passion that you have for it, and really, really put your all into it, and make sure that your word is the last word. That way you don't play the blame game or anything like that. If it comes out hot, it's on you. If it doesn't come out hot, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is to it.
No matter how hard you work in the studio, no matter what you do, you don't know if people are going to dig it. For me, some of the records that I'm real pumped up on that I do are not the ones that hit. You never know. I do feel like I got to get in and do my music to the best of my ability, and I feel like I'm my worst critic. If I'm not digging it, it ain't. What I think has to change for people, as far as longevity, is looking at people that have made it in the business. Quincy Jones, people like that. That's my mentor right there, because he started at a young age the same as I did, and he's still doing his thing and having fun with it. It ain't about who has the flyest car, who has the most jewelry. It ain't about that. It's about saving and preparing yourself for when you're ain't happening no more. Because it's going to happen sooner or later. You never know when. When Dr. Dre falls off, if and when that happens, I'm cool. I'll never have to touch another button as long as I live. Straight up, I'm cool.
The same frustration that I had when I was doing the first album, because there's a lot of people out there talking
About, oh, he ain't gonna be able to do it again, oh, he's falling off. I'm falling off diving boards, straight up. You gotta have your eyes on the prize, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, there ain't nothing on this planet I can't do, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And that's why I'm gonna stay at the level I am, you know what I'm saying? On top of everybody. Not one of the best producers in the world, period.
Belief in oneself and knowing who you are, I mean, that's the foundation of everything great. We have to stretch the audience. You know, it can't be a young man's game. It has to be a genre of music, you know, and what I do while recording is I'll find the truth. Whatever truth that I'm going through, it's a real emotion. If I say, I gotta learn to live with regrets. Now, I can relate to that in my life. You can relate to that in your life. Everyone can relate to it. So I find a true emotion and connect to that emotion rather than try to make a certain type of records or make a kiddie record.
You gotta understand the reason, right? Why does that guy think like that? Right? How do you arrive at that point? You gotta also look at that. You have to look at that. You gotta look at the environments and places we live in and how things are set up and how things are structured and how we're always the last on the totem pole, even from our schooling to our roads, you know, everything that all the obstacles that's placed in front of us. If this is what I have to live for, then I'm gonna take a chance to get more. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens to me.
So I would just say get involved in things that you love and also have a standard for yourself and have some sort of integrity and try to, you know, find some sort of truth in what you're doing. All the things that you apply in business, you know, they say that he has great instincts. Well, on the streets, having great instincts can be the difference between life and death, not just losing the deal or incarceration, you know, which is less than death. And being a person of high integrity, you know, people want to deal with you in business, in trust, and honorable, a man of your word. All these things come to play in business world. I'm not condoning any street activity. It's just the way it is. It's not about who got more money and who got more house. You know, you've earned it, buy what you want. But don't forget what's important. Without people, and being rich would be very boring. No one to share with, no one to have. You know what I mean? Like, just be a rich person, one person on the planet. Just like, well, then what do you do? Things don't happen to you, they happen for you. That's life. Everything is life. It happens for you. Everything is for your greatest good. You can't control the future. I mean, you can control it up to some point. You can't control what others do. You can't control anything. Someone can run a red light, and that's the end of everything. You know, you only can control what you can control. Seeing things from other people's perspective and what other people are going through, you know, it helps me a lot.
I feel like everything that anybody ever said in life would be a disadvantage to me, I'm gonna make it my advantage. When I was playing basketball, everybody said I was too short. I'm killing them with the scoops, you know what I'm saying? Everybody says you can't rap because you're a producer. Okay. Oh, I ain't hear that beat. Oh yeah, I know, I produced it. I just rapped on it before you got a chance to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna use everything that everybody says that I can't do, and I'm gonna flip it to the positive. Like, I look at everything as a glass half full and half empty. And it's like, I'm the type of person, I don't hold grudges. Like, one of my best friends made a song dissing me. And I looked at all the positive in the situation. I'm like, look, that's public my name or more. He came to me like, yo, I'm sorry. Like, I feel like maybe a lot of the rules of hip hop, like a lot of the aggression and the negativity that people have towards people, maybe I'm not hip hop because of that. Because of where my heart is, or because I won't confide to what people say. A lot of stuff, I feel like 10% of life is what happens to you, 90% is how you react to it.